Welcome to session 5 of Unit 4 in learning the course Design and Analysis of Algorithms. In our previous sessions, we've seen various applications which are solved using backtracking algorithm design strategy. Those applications are N-Queen's problem, sum of subsets problem, Hamiltonian cycles. In our today's session, we are going to see one more application of backtracking algorithm design strategy, which is nothing but graph coloring problem. Coming to the objectives of this session, the main objectives are to understand what is graph coloring problem, to solve graph coloring problem by following backtracking algorithm design strategy. Learning outcomes, the learning outcomes of this session are understand what is graph coloring problem and able to follow backtracking strategy to develop algorithms for solving graph coloring problem. The topics that we are going to discuss in this session are problem statement, state space tree, and algorithm, which is developed based on backtracking algorithm design strategy. Coming to the problem statement, first of all, what is proper coloring of a graph? What is proper coloring of a graph? A proper coloring of a graph is an assignment of colors to the vertices of the graph so that no two adjacent vertices have the same color. What are the adjacent vertices? Two vertices which are connected with an edge are called as adjacent vertices. Two vertices, if I am taking two vertices, if those two vertices are connected with an edge, then those two vertices are called as adjacent vertices. Here, A, B are adjacent vertices. A, D are adjacent vertices. B, C are adjacent vertices. But C, D are not adjacent vertices. That is, there is no edge between those two. A, C are also not adjacent vertices. There is no direct edge between A and C. B, D are also not adjacent vertices. Okay, so what are adjacent vertices? The vertices which are connected with an edge are called as adjacent vertices. What is proper coloring of a graph? Proper coloring of a graph is assigning colors to the vertices of given graph in such a way that no two adjacent vertices have the same color. Now, the graph coloring problem. What is the problem statement of graph coloring problem? The graph coloring problem is assigning colors to vertices of given graph such that adjacent vertices have distinct colors. The graph coloring problem is assigning colors to the vertices of graph in such a way that the two adjacent vertices have distinct colors. That is, no two adjacent vertices have same color. Now, graph coloring has number of scientific and engineering applications such as scheduling, register allocation, optimization, parallel numerical calculations, etc. And also we can use our graph coloring problem in our real-time example, which is nothing but in developing the timetables for a class or for a section, we can use the graph coloring problem. Now, the time complexity of solving a graph coloring problem in this method, backtracking method, is big O of n into m power n. Big O of n into m power n. Here n is number of vertices and m is number of colors used. N is number of vertices and m is number of colors used. Now, coming to m colorability problem. What is m colorability problem? Given an undirected graph and also a number m. Here we are given an undirected graph and also an integer number m. Determine if the graph can be colored with at most m colors such that no two adjacent vertices of the graphs are colored with the same color. That is, we need to determine whether the given graph can be colored at most m colors, that is maximum m colors that we can use, m number of colors that we can use. If I can color the graph with at most m colors, or not, we need to find in such a way that no two adjacent vertices have the same color. Here, coloring of graph means assignment of colors to all the vertices. Okay. Now, a graph here, let us see this graph. If you observe this graph, we can color this graph with a maximum of 3 colors. Let us see. Here, green is one color. Here we are considering green. This is one color, red is another color, and white is another color. You can observe any two adjacent vertices have no same color. These two are adjacent vertices which are having different colors. These two are adjacent, these two are adjacent, these two are adjacent, these two, and these two, and these two are adjacent, these two are adjacent, these two are adjacent, these two are adjacent, and these two are adjacent. So, if you observe any two adjacent vertices, there is no same color on two adjacent vertices. So, this graph can be colored with 3 colors. This problem is called as 3 colorability problem. 3 colorability problem. That is, M colorability problem means M colors. At most we can use M colors. Here 3 colorability problem is at most we are using 3 colors. Okay, right. Coming to the next one, chromatic number. What is chromatic number? The chromatic number of a graph G is the minimum number of colors required in a proper coloring. The minimum, in our previous case, M colorability problem, M represents at most M colors. That is the maximum M colors that I can use. Here, chromatic number of a graph means the minimum number of colors that I need to properly coloring the vertices of graph. Proper coloring means no two adjacent vertices have the same color. Like that we need to color the vertices. Now here if you observe this graph, I can use a maximum of 2 colors to color the vertices of this graph. So these two are adjacent having different colors. These two are adjacent having different colors. These two are having different. These two are having different colors. These two, these two, these two. If you observe any two adjacent vertices, those are having different colors. That is, we are properly colored the graph. With minimum, we can color this graph with 3 colors also. We can color this graph with 4 colors also. But minimum I need 2 colors to color the vertices of this graph. Okay. So, the chromatic number of this graph is 2. How to represent chromatic number? Xi of G is equal to 2. Here, Xi of G is the symbol which is used for the representation of chromatic number. Xi of G is equal to 2. Now, if I colored this graph with 3 colors, this is called as 3 colorability problem. If I color the graph with 4 colors, then it is called as 4 colorability problem. But the minimum number of colors that I need is 2 colors. So, its chromatic number is 2. Right. Coming to planar graphs. Now, what is a planar graph? A graph which is present in a plane is to be called as a planar graph. Now, how I can represent a planar graph as a normal graph? Let us see. Here, this is the given planar graph and its equivalent graph. Here, this is its equivalent graph. Now, let us see how we are constructing the given graph. We have 5 planes here, which are represented with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, here I am taking 5 vertices, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, how they are connected? Let us see. 1 is connected to 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 1 is connected to 2, 3, 4. So, here I given connections from 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. Okay. Next, coming to 2. 2 is connected to 1, 4, 3 and 5 also. 2 is connected to all the 4 vertices. 2 to 1, 2 to 5, 2 to 4 and 2 to 3. Next, coming to 3. 3 is connected to 1, 2, 4. 3 is connected to 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. Next, coming to 4. 4 is connected to 2, 5, 1, 3. Now let us see. 4, 1, 2, 3 and 5. Let us see. 5 is connected to 4, 2, 3. 5 is connected to only 4, 2. 5 is connected to 2 and 4. So this is the corresponding graph of this planar graph. Now how to color a planar graph? Let us see. Now here the planar graph is also called as a map. How to color the planar graph? Let us see the same planar graph what we explained earlier. Here I have taken the same planar graph. Here I used one color. Here I used another color. Here I used another. Here I used another. Here I used the same color. Since here these two are not adjacent, we are using different colors. So here to color this graph, we used 4 colors. So this problem is 4 colorability problem. Now coming to algorithm of graph coloring, here for our convenience we are dividing the algorithm into 2 algorithms. One is graph color and other is safe. Is safe is called in this algorithm. Okay, now this returns either true or false. That is, if I can color the 2 vertices with the selected color, it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. Let us see. Int k, int c. For I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus. If g of k I is equal to 1 and c is equal to x of I, return false. That is, we cannot color the graph. We cannot color the vertices of graph. In that case, it returns false. Else, it returns true. Now here, if is safe of k comma c, that is the vertex k can be colored with the color c. If it returns true, in that case, if we return the solution, that is the color of that vertex, and if k plus 1 is less than n, that is some more vertices are there in the graph, we call the process for graph coloring of k plus 1. For the next vertex, we are calling the algorithm. Okay, so this gives the state space tree organization for graph coloring problem. Now here, let us see how to represent the colors for this problem, for this graph. Now here, if I am taking the first vertex 1, if I am taking the first vertex 1, how I can color that first vertex? I can use any of the colors. I can use color 1, color 2, color 3 to color the first vertex. Okay, if I take second vertex 2, the second vertex, the color 1, since 1 and 2 are adjacent vertices, so since I used color 1 for the vertex 1, I cannot use color 1 for the vertex 2. So I can use either 2 or 3 for vertex 2. Now here, if I used color 2 for vertex 1, I can use color 1 or color 3 for vertex 2. If I used third color for vertex 1, for second vertex, I can use either 1 or 2 colors. Here 1, 2, 3 are color names. x1, x2, x3, x4 are vertex names. Now, if I observe the third vertex, vertex 3, x3 is equal to 3. In that case, now vertex 3 is adjacent to 2. What the color I used at vertex 2, I cannot use the color, same color at 3. So, if I use 2 here, I can use either 1, 3. If I use 3 here, I can use 1, 2. In the same way, if I use 1 here, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 3. Now coming to vertex 4. Coming to vertex 4, it is adjacent to 3 and 1. It is adjacent to 3 and 1. What the colors I used at 1 and 3, the same colors I cannot use at 4. Now, if I used vertex 1, 1 and vertex 2, 2, vertex 3, 1, I can use either 2 or 3. Either 2 or 3. So, if I use 1, 2, 3 here, I cannot use 1 and 3. So, I can use 2 only here. So, this is one solution. This is another solution. This is another solution. So, what the colors I am using? 1, 2, 1, 2. I can use like that. Or 1, 2, 1, 3. I can use like this. Or 1, 2, 3, 2. This is another solution for 4 vertices. For 4 vertices. So like that you can see all these becomes various solutions for graph coloring problem. So for that graph with the given 3 colors. Now coming to this one, how to construct a state space tree for this particular graph to color the vertices. Now here let us see, if I have given m is equal to 3 colors, now how I can color the vertices of this graph. Let us say those 3 colors are red, blue, white. Now how I can construct a state space tree for this tree. Now let us see for vertex 1. So initially it starts with 0, the state space tree starts with 0 for vertex 1. For vertex 1, that is, let us take that vertex is C. Let us take that vertex is C. Now what the color I can use for C? I can use all the 3 colors, red, blue, white. I can use all 3 colors for this vertex C. Now what about vertex 2? Vertex 2, let us take it as B. Since the vertex B is adjacent to C, I cannot use the color what is used at C. So I can use the remaining 2 colors which are nothing but blue and white. Blue and white. So I am not extending the T. I am going to find one solution. So I am extending in DFS way. Let us see this one. Now let us consider vertex 3 which is A. Now the vertex 3 A is adjacent to B. That is what the color I used at B, I cannot use the same color at A. So here I can use, since I used B, red, blue here, I can use red, white. I can use red, white. So if I use red here, if I go for vertex 4 which is D, vertex 4 which is D. Here D is adjacent to both C and A. What the colors I used for C and A, I cannot use the same color for D. So here C and A, for C and A both I used the color red. So I cannot use red. So I can use blue or white. I can use blue or white. Now coming to vertex, last vertex E. Here the vertex E is adjacent to A. What the color I used for A, the same color I cannot use. That is red I cannot use. And I can use the remaining colors. So what the remaining colors that we have? Blue and white. Blue and white I can use for vertex E. So one of the solution is this one and another solution is this one. That is what the solution we are using. Here we are coloring with red. Here we are coloring with red, and here this is with blue, and this is with red, and this is with blue, and this is with blue. This is also with blue. That is the one way of coloring the graph. Or I can follow this one. Red, blue, red, blue, white I can use here. So like that, I can color the vertices of this given graph. So if you extend the tree, you can get other solutions for that also. I hope you all understood the graph coloring problem. I am going to summarize the concepts what we explained in this session. In this session, we explained what is proper coloring of a graph and what is graph coloring problem, problem statement. We seen M colorability problem, and also we seen chromatic number. Also we explained how to color a map, that is a planar graph. And also we seen the state space tree organization, how to construct a state space tree organization for solving a graph coloring problem. And also we seen the algorithm which is developed based on backtracking process. To assess yourself here, I given some questions. Please answer these questions. The first question is, the number of colors used by a proper coloring graph is called. Option A, K coloring graph. Option B, X coloring graph. Option C, M coloring graph. And option D, N coloring graph. The next question is, What is a chromatic number? Option A, the maximum number of colors required for proper edge coloring of graph. Option B, the maximum number of colors required for proper vertex coloring of graph. Option C, the minimum number of colors required for proper vertex coloring of a graph. Option D, the minimum number of colors required for proper edge coloring of a graph. The next question is, what will be the chromatic number for an empty graph having n vertices? Option A, 0. Option B, 1. Option C, 2. Option D, n. The next question is, given k is equal to 3 colors, draw the state space tree to color the vertices of given graph properly. Here I given a graph with 6 vertices and I given 3 colors, k is equal to 3 colors. With those 3 colors, how I can properly color the given graph? Construct the state space tree organization for this graph. In preparing this presentation, I used the digital content from various public sources. It is used only for educational purpose and not for the commercial purposes. Thank you for listening the session.